ACDR's book, Hunger for Learning, challenges and inspires you to be a champion for the learning organization. Obama. Like the butterfly, you too can emerge beautiful from your slumber.
We have tried everything else. Serve up the 8th ball.
The ACDR notebook offers you a solution.
Okay.
Transform your organization. Utilize the ACDR Hunger for Learning Handbook.
Calling all the higher ed practitioners, ACDR is pleased to present you with its first handbook, Hunger for Learning, a guide for higher education practitioners on becoming a learning organization. Based on the 5 disciplines of noted strategist Peter Senge, the handbook will teach you how to recreate and/or transform your organization into one in which you can operate at your full potential and be actively involved in continuous learning. This handbook is ending the notion that the business of education is learning simply because we're in the field. Instead, we invite you and your colleagues to satisfy your hunger to become a learning organization. Here's a taste of what this handbook has to offer. Everyone wants to be heard, and that's what building a shared vision is all about, bringing your voice to the direction of the whole. All great organizations have a vision, a purpose that everyone can live by, and that means you have a vested interest in its development. This section of the ACDR handbook provides you with the information you'll need as a team member and leader to be successful in the process of building a shared vision. After all, if you don't care where you're going, then it doesn't matter which way you go. But don't just let the status quo prevail in your organization. Be a part of building the shared vision by getting the knowledge you need from this chapter to get your voice heard.
If you have been a manager for any length of time, you are most probably good at breaking down and analyzing problems and coming up with quick solutions. However, our world is changing rapidly, and the complex organizations we work in don't lend themselves to linear thinking and fragmentation. To truly compete in today's higher education market, you need to take on a systems perspective. This means focusing on the whole rather than the parts, and the interrelationships between people and departments, and between your institution and the global world at large. How do you make this shift when you're already good at the traditional ways of thinking and reacting? Through this chapter of Hunger for Learning, you will learn what systems thinking is all about and how to achieve the peripheral vision to work on complex, interdependent issues. We give you practical insights, tools, and methodologies to help you help your team view systems and build a learning organization. Organizational learning happens within and between teams within your institution. For this reason, it is critical for you to foster and stimulate team learning. Find out how you can create alignment within your team and harness the wisdom of team learning. Learn the secrets of leveraging collective intelligence, grappling with complex issues, and empowering innovative and coordinated action. I'm not going to tell you more about these now. You'll have to digest our Hunger for Learning handbook to discover them.
Peter Senge's vision of a learning organization as a group of people who are continually enhancing their capacities to create what they want to create has been deeply influential. He defines learning organizations as institutions where new and expansive patterns of thinking are nurtured and where collective aspirations are set free. They are an environment where people expand their capacity to create the results that they truly desire. In any learning organizations, leaders are designers, stewards, and teachers who are responsible for building organizations where people understand complexity, clarify vision, and improve shared mental models. In the words of Peter Senge, mental models are deeply held internal images of how the world works, images that limit us to familiar ways of thinking and acting. Very often, we are not consciously aware of our mental models or the effects they have on our behavior. Just beyond any organization's boundary lies a treasure of information about needs and opportunities, about what others are doing, about what really produces change in people's lives. Mental models are a filter that this information must pass through. Because mental models limit us to familiar ways of thinking and acting, Every planning procedure must at some point expose and challenge the organization's mental models. This does not mean that all mental models will be changed by a planning procedure. Many of our mental models, once exposed, will be recognized as the essence of our organization, but some of our mental models will have to change before we can change our future.
The will of a person committed to a larger purpose is a cry from the soul which has been shaken and awakened. Personal mastery is the second section in the ACDR's brilliant handbook. Written from the context of Peter Senge's The Fifth Discipline, the information is a masterful blend of Senge's work, personal illustration, corporate framework, and research. Employers and employees are empowered and learn why organization matters. The section offers some basic tools for practicing it and shows what it's like to operate under this system, including teaching employers about the 2 basic ways to resolve creative tension by raising current reality toward the vision, or by lowering the vision toward current reality. The book's concepts is stimulating and relevant to today's time.
Since many disreputable companies have been known to write their own testimonials, we were hesitant about accepting another great plan. However, a friend insisted that we read Hunger for Learning. Wow! We found the information about organizational learning and creating a learning environment to be relevant, insightful, and applicable to today's business needs. Thanks, ACDR. We highly recommend this useful guide.
ACDR allows us to prove to potential clients that our services are exceptional. We definitely feel that their book, Hunger for Learning, is a valuable reference for practitioners. Furthermore, this handbook helps our clients overcome skepticism and drives organizational strategies in today's business environment.
I am very happy with the ACDR program handbook, Hunger for Learning. Before reading the material, I struggled with communication issues in my organization, but since sharing the book with my team, I have noticed that our dialogue has improved. The book is well written and speaks to the heart of the learning organization. Simple as that. If understanding how to meet a global demand is part of your marketing strategy, I couldn't recommend a better read.
Hunger for Learning offers a fresh ability to learn. This book provides a perfect way to improve our organizational operations and in turn increases collaboration and satisfaction for our employees. Great customer service and transformative thinking is made possible by these learning activities.
ACDR, working out the kinks in your organization. ACDR, Hunger for Learning, bringing the magic back to your organization.